And here is the reception area.
Yeah, the reception area.
Yep, this is Trish's desk. And, oh, that's Uncle Eric's secretary. And Aunt Stephanie's office is right down there. Uncle Eric's office is right over there.
You certainly know your way around.
Yeah, well, I come up here a lot.
So you're Ridge's cousin?
Yes, yeah. I came here last summer from Iowa.
Oh, you're John Forrester's daughter.
Yeah. How'd you know my dad's name?
I read it in a magazine.
Amazing what they'll print nowadays, huh? Anyway, that's Uncle Eric's office right there, and that's Ridge's office.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of which, I left my jacket in there the other day, so I'm just gonna go get it, okay?
Jessica,
Yeah?
do you think... Never mind.
You want to see my cousin's office, don't you?
Is it okay?
Sure.
Hell of a show. One hell of a show.
Yes, it was like a show, wasn't it?
We came through, Logan. We inspired them. Some of those young people are going to go home with a whole new outlook. They're going to start thinking about a career in fashion. We should do this on a regular basis, you know that?
You really got into this.
How could you not? All those fresh young faces, all that enthusiasm. You know, I feel like this business has given me so much. If I can give back just a little bit, then I say amen. That's what we did tonight.
Well, I am proud of you, Ridge Forrester.
Thank you, Mrs. Forrester. I think we should get out of here and get home.
James, are you busy? No, come on in. I was just finishing up some paperwork.
I have some good news.
Really? What is it?
Taylor's in town.
She is.
Do you remember that woman in the coffee house? You know, the lady who couldn't pay a check?
Oh, yeah, right. The shy one.
That was Taylor.
What?
She was in disguise.
That's amazing.
She's been spending a lot of time with her father.
Oh, right. How's he doing?
Oh, he's improving.
So I gather you and Taylor have talked.
No, not since that day in the coffee house.
You haven't seen her since then?
No, I haven't. And it concerns me.
Yeah, well, it concerns me too. A hell of a lot more than you probably realize.
And here is the office where all the talent resides. Oh, I wish that one day I could be as creative and wonderful as Ridge is. Well, I don't know, maybe someday. Jury's still out on that one. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna write him a little note and tell him how brilliant he was during the seminar today, okay? You know, this isn't a sacred burial ground. You can look around if you want.
Before we leave, I want to show you something.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Put these on. Follow me. Now stand back a little bit, okay?
What's this? It's belief?
The spray.
Wait a minute, you treated this fabric with the spray you've been working on?
The spray that we're going to sell the public.
Logan, this is phenomenal. I had no idea you were this far ahead.
Yes, I know. I had no idea either until I stumbled across something yesterday. Turns out the spray has a much higher potency if it's heated during the final stages of development. I'm going to zap a whole batch of that formula.
How much heat is applied?
700 degrees exactly for 12 hours exactly. Anything less and it won't be effective. Anything more and it will be unstable, dangerously unstable. It could explode.
Have you done shelf tests on this stuff?
Well, that's my next move. But I have a hunch that its potency won't disappear.
Logan, run those tests. I mean, right away.
Whoa, cowboy. First things first.
Look, we're almost there. We're almost there. Let's cut to the chase.
My. Aren't we anxious for success? Well, I'm anxious for a little something else.
You have got to get a rein on that woman, James.
A rein on her?
Taylor listens to you.
Well, apparently not as much as you think.
All right, then where is she staying?
I don't know. She didn't tell me. Look, I have no control over Taylor. Not even Ridge had that.
Well, what the hell am I supposed to do then?
What
Tell
does
me
this
that.
have to do with you?
It has to do with Brooke. She's on the verge of giving all of her stock back to the Forresters, and she'll do it, James, unless I can say something to stop her.
Say something. Something like what? You listen to me. You can't tell Brooke that Taylor is alive.
She's my friend, James, and beyond that, she's my client. I have a duty to tell her.
I don't want to
anything
hear
that's gonna
about
affect-
your duty. I confided in you. I trusted you. Now don't you betray me.
Why don't you want Brooke to know?
Because Taylor doesn't want Brooke to know. Personally, Brooke is my friend, and yes, I think she should know.
Okay, great, then I'll tell her. That lets you off the hook. I'll be the bad guy.
No. That is Taylor's decision. At the moment, she's committed to keeping it a secret. And she has some pretty compelling reasons as to why.
As do I for letting the truth be known. I'm not just gonna let Brooke give away her nest egg, not until she knows all of the implications. I'll tell you what, James, I'm gonna do what is in Brooke's best interest. So you better find Taylor, and soon.
Find Taylor and do what?
And tell her that this cannot go on indefinitely. You tell her I said so.
Quite a clan, aren't they?
Yeah. You certainly read a lot about Brooke and Ridge.
Oh, it's all true. It's all true.
It is, huh?
Oh, they live for each other, those two.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you should have seen their wedding. It was just so beautiful and romantic.
Even though he had just lost his wife just a few months earlier?
Yeah, well, Ridge is a pretty amazing guy. And he was really destroyed after Taylor's death. I don't see how you could have made it if Brooke hadn't come along. She really helped him move on.
Apparently so. Quite effectively.
Oh, yeah, that's what they are. An effective couple. At work, at home, everywhere. Oh, and you should see their kids. Those two little ones are destined for success.
Why?
To have Ridge and Brooke as parents? Are you kidding? That is the most loving and supportive environment any child could ask for. They love those kids so much.
Lucky children.
Yeah. I wish I had it so lucky.
You came from an unhappy home?
Yeah. My parents just got divorced.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. You know, it's amazing. Eric and little Bridget, they had a single mom too, and then out of some crazy twist of fate, they ended up with super dad. Of course, Ridge always wanted kids, but he couldn't have any.
Couldn't have any.
No, not with Taylor. At least that's how the story goes.
Sometimes stories are so inaccurate.
Yeah, I don't know. They tried for a really long time.
Well, they weren't married that long.
Almost 3 years. I think that's what I heard.
Well, I don't think they were trying to have kids for 3 years. Well, I read that in some magazine.
Oh, well, I don't know, maybe so, but all I know is that Ridge is as happy as he's ever been, and it's because of these people in this picture right here. You know, Taylor was really incredible. And it was a real tragedy what happened to her, but if there is ever a man that landed on his feet because of a woman, it's my cousin. Brooke really saved his life after Taylor died. And now look at him. Doesn't get any better than this.
No, I suppose it doesn't.
Jack?
James,
How do you feel?
I'm doing better. Been a long time. 7, 8 months since Taylor's memorial.
No, actually, I saw you just after surgery.
You did?
You were in pretty bad shape. Hey, you look terrific now.
I'm getting there.
So, have you seen Taylor today?
She was here this morning. What do you make of all this, James?
What do I make of what?
Taylor, her disguise. What is my daughter doing with her life?
That's a good question, Jack. What do you think she ought to do?
I'm not so sure anymore. I've been telling her that she had to see Ridge. The more I think about it, the more enormous the complications seem.
I know how you feel. I'm coming from exactly the same place. But sooner or later, she's going to have to reveal herself. Otherwise, what kind of life will she have? But then I ask myself, what will she have anyway after she opens up to the world?
Family, friends, practice. A world that she can deal with and embrace instead of hide from.
Yes, that's true. But there's only one thing she truly wants, one person. And to be brutally honest, Jack, she may never have him again.
Let me program the Climatron and we're out of here.
So soon?
Yeah, you're the one who's in a cold sweat.
Just in a cold sweat. Actually, it's a rather hot sweat.
What is it about you these days? You're even sexier than normal.
I'm just working through something.
What?
It's kind of an energy field type of thing.
Are you getting cosmic?
Oh, don't tell me you didn't feel it today in the seminar.
That was all those cute, nubile, sexy co-eds.
No, there was a definite vibe going on there. Very strong, too.
Oh, and you want to take it out on me?
Well, either that or I could...
Say no more. I'm gonna bake this formula.
So, what's your story, Carol?
Mine.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot going on in there.
Oh, a lot more than you can imagine.
But you don't want to talk about it.
I feel like I've talked it to death, at least to myself.
You're looking for some answers?
I already know all the answers. They're all impossible.
No, now wait a minute. You know what my dad used to always say? The only impossibility in life is breathing after you're dead.
No, there are a lot harder things than that. Believe me, I know. I gotta go home.
No, wait a second. I want to show you something before you leave, okay?
What's that?
The lab.
700 degrees for 12 hours. There. Don't you complain. I am well worth the wait.
True. Except
Except what?
well, I'm not exactly in the mood anymore.
You haven't been out of the mood since you were 12. I wonder what happens next for us.
It's kind of hard to tell where to go from here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Paradise, I guess.
So take me there.
Mm.
Is there a right or a wrong in all this, James?
Well, I think it's definitely right for Taylor to reveal herself. I've no doubt about that.
And you've got to get that through to her.
Oh, I've tried, Jack, but she has her own sense of what is right and what is wrong, and it's all based on the love of one man.
Let me ask you a question, then. Will Taylor ever be the same again if she doesn't open up to Ridge?
She'll never be the same again, Jack, no matter what happens.
I look at my daughter and I can feel the pain she's going through. She watches another man who she is in love with, who she has built her whole life around. She can't reach out to him. She can't communicate with him or talk to him. And she sees him with another woman at his side, a woman that's sharing in his glory and his success. I feel that pain. That's got to be as debilitating and frustrating to her as anything I've been through in this hospital. It's got to be just as painful to Taylor as my heart attack. That's exactly what it is to her. It's an attack on her heart. How is she ever going to be able to love again? Really love again after this experience? Now, who do you take that out on? Who do you express your anger or your frustration with? Who's at fault? Nobody's at fault, James. It happened. It was an accident. But why did it have to happen?
Well, that remains to be seen. And it will be, Jack. And Taylor will come out of all of this stronger. She will, Jack.
She's got to, James. She's got to survive.
This is where Brooke spends most of her time.
I thought she was running the company.
Oh, she is, but she's working on a special project these days. That's why I can't let you in the lab, because it's off limits to everybody. But I can show you through the window if you want. I think Brooke is, kind of busy at the moment, if you know what I mean.
What? I gotta go.
I'll show you
I'll
out.
show myself out, Jessica. Thanks for the tour.
Are the kids home yet?
Katie took him to a movie.
Well, let's get home before they get back.
I'm not sure if I can make it home.
I'll drive.
And me?
You do whatever makes you happy.